If you're anything like me, it's been really fun to follow the transition, if you will, of Cobra's King irons. Now, I was originally a big fan of Speedback. I remember Ricky had it in play at the Waste Management. It was a huge deal to see a player of his caliber put an iron of this style into play. I actually have done the same thing. I did it with Speedback. I did it with Speed Zone. We also enjoyed Rad Speed last year, but this year looks different. It's called LTDx. There's a lot going on. Continuation of the power shell. We have a power core technology, and they also have a very interesting design built into it. They found a way to basically suspend a material to support CG placement in the place you absolutely want it to be, which can be typically a fairly significant challenge when you're working with an iron that has this sort of forgiveness performance built into it. These do come in standard variable and one length options. And I think the best thing to do now that you've heard some information is, number one, go to the THP homepage and read James' article on LTDx if you want the full details on this product. But let's hit it a couple times, see what it's doing, see what it sounds like. Head over to Table View and we will talk through the results. And here we are. I haven't moved. We're still in the studio. We're gonna hit some shots with LTDx here. It is set up right now, Tour 90S KBS shaft, and I'm hitting Chrome Soft XLS here, kind of a midline ball, and I've hit this a little bit already, and let me tell you what, it goes. So let's see what we get. First shot out of the gate is a bomb. When it comes to this style of iron, certainly from Cobra's perspective, I've had it in the bag in the 4-iron for quite a while. It serves an unbelievably positive purpose. I've been really firm believer of their sole technology as it's improved over the years. I love that it kind of has 2 degrees of that experience, one where you're driving through the turf and one where you're hitting it a little bit clean. Kind of coming across a little bit, that's okay. We are hammering the ball right now. That's 202 yards of carry with a 7-iron. We're talking about distance performance for those who are seeking it. This is more or less what I would expect based on results I've seen from them in the past. I have been in the studio for a while today. I've already seen 138 mile-an-hour ball speed with this particular club. What I want to focus on here is the peak height. Now, I'm a high ball hitter. That was at 40 degrees. And a lot of people will say, well, the stronger lofted you get, the stronger the design is, I'm not gonna be able to elevate the ball. I'm seeing plenty of elevation at 40 peak. That's pretty close to my number. Let's keep going. All right, one a little bit more down the line there. Still in that 199-ish carry. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing off this design, it is a 7-iron, 2 very consistent shots. I'm excited to get to Table View to see the average carry. I do have the green set to pretty soft right now. And we're seeing fairly consistent speed. I'm gonna try and hit a couple a little bit clean, and then we'll go to, and by clean, I mean don't take a lot of turf, and then we'll go and check it out in Table View. Committed to it. We're back up to that 138 mile-an-hour ball speed. But again, the accuracy is there. I'm a guy who likes the performance aspects of a player iron. I don't typically move around the face a lot, but let's take a look really quick at that flight. It started out left, curled a little bit back to center. These are not an iron that I'd be afraid to play. It does exactly how I want it to do based on my swing. I'm coming in a little inside right now, and it's coming back to center for me, which is awesome to see. Let's hit it one more time. Not my best swing there, but we're seeing very similar numbers. I'm shocked by that. I'm really excited to go to table view. I think we've hit enough. I think we've seen enough. The sound is great, very strong for an iron of this style. Let's go check it out. And welcome, as promised, to table view. I'm very excited to be here because I didn't really pay attention to the shots as we were hitting them, but I'll be honest with you, I hit a 6th shot. I really wanted to chase 140. It was not a pretty swing, but I got 139 out of it and I still hit the green. So we kept it in there for fun. And now it's time to take a look. I'm seeing obviously a feature here being the ball speed. They have done some pretty cool things at Cobra, which again, you can see in the articles we've created on THP's homepage that represent what efforts they put in to create the performance aspects of this head. I think that's playing very clearly here with the kind of ball speed numbers I'm seeing off a 7-iron. And it circles back to the same conversation. Well, if it's doing that, what else is it doing? The launch is excellent for me. An average of just under 18 degrees means it's definitely getting up there. Let's keep in mind I am a higher ball hitter, and that aligns very well with the numbers I've had. In fact, the last shot I took, which had a peak height of 45 yards, is very, very close to my typical 7-iron gamer numbers, and really through the bag. Moving into spin, I was using a mid-ish spin ball, and this is more or less what I expected to see. And frankly, as I play into my gamers, I prefer a little bit of lower spin in the intent that I do hit a higher ball and it's going to come in pretty clean. So I would imagine that's going to be a little bit different across the board depending on the style of your play. But moving into one other thing, I think is probably carry total. Well, I suppose just carry yards in general. We only had a 3-yard deviation, and that includes 2 big balls at 202 yards. I'm thrilled here. I hit one that I didn't think was great, which was our, I believe, 5th shot. It ended up 22 yards offline to the right. And yet the number is actually incredibly close. Only a 5 to 7 yard deviation and only a 4-yard deviation off our average. That's something to be said off an iron like this. I really hope you get a chance to go hit them and whatever else Cobra has up their sleeve this year. Let us know on social media or the comment section whether you enjoy Cobra products and whether this is a big boost to your game.